All right, welcome to Coaching YouTube's. Before we're jumping on, Coach is going to tell me the topic of today's. This is like Smartless. I don't know the guest, just like I don't know the
You
topic.
don't really guess.
I don't
All
know the
right.
topic. So he's going to throw the topic at me, and then I'm going to answer it. So we're not
Put him on the
Smartless.
spot. Watch him
We're not.
sweat. Let's see if he
Yeah,
sweats a
we're
little bit
not
if you're
quite as. I'm
watching
not.
this, right?
I'm no Sean Hayes or Will Arnett. So anyway, great
It's a good
podcast. It
podcast.
is a great podcast. We got
We can
our
only
when we were
we can
when we
only
were
strive to be there,
oh
coach.
God, you know how much money they make? Yeah,
Yeah.
make one thousandth of that. Um, we were driving around Ireland, and it's like 4 or 5 hours between
Oh,
stops, and we were listening to Smartless, and my son kept going, "Put on another Smartless, Dad." It's like, all right, that's good.
yeah.
He thought it was good.
Yeah, that's our road trip podcast.
Yes,
That and some sort of um
Conan
oh my gosh.
O'Brien's pretty funny. If you haven't
Oh,
listened
is
to
it?
Conan
Yeah,
O'Brien,
I've listened to him. I actually listened to him on Smart List too.
yeah, but he's funny. His like, I want to be your friend kind of. His
Mm-hmm.
his assistant has moved her. She's moved up the pecking order. She's not her assistant anymore. Now she's on the podcast, and they hired a new assistant.
Oh, funny.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
all right, before we get into the topic that I don't know about,
Yes.
I would we have a couple things that we're pretty excited about. Do you want to share those, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, coaches, we want to come your way and do a coaching clinic for you and your group, your youth hoops group. If it's a CYO type of group or a YMCA or some sort of independent league, during the season, we'll come out
Yep.
for you and to you and all of your coaches. We'll share our knowledge with you and help you have a winning season. So head on over to coachingyouthhoops.com/clinic. Sign you and your group up there. We're going to be you'll be entered into a drawing. There in the first place is this clinic. The second place prize, you get an IC3 shooting machine for you and your group.
Shipped
Um,
right to your front door.
yeah, right to your door. Third is you're gonna the coach who signs up will get one uh, full subscription to Coaching Youth Hoops for one season, and then and everybody's a winner
Everybody
because
gets a trophy.
yeah, everybody gets a trophy. That's society we live in today, even coaches. So when you sign up, you're going to get our preseason clinic. Normally, there is a fee that we do charge for that preseason, but we are giving it away to anyone who enters that drawing. So again, you got to be part of a group because we want to fly out and talk to a bunch of coaches
Yeah, it's not
and
just for you. We're not coming out and running a clinic in your
and
driveway.
just having coffee. Exactly.
I
We
mean,
will
we'll
after, but
we'll do that if you want to
yeah.
contact us for the right price. Shoot, we'll come do that.
That's right.
Um, you know, everybody has their price. We'll come do
Everybody
that,
has a price.
but it's going to have to be worth our time. And Coach knows I have 7 podcasts, so time is of the essence. Also, what is the other thing we're pretty excited about? The
Yeah, we're
techie,
launching
the
a brand
techie
new
thing,
coaching. Oh, what's that?
the
Uh,
techie thing, the
The
techie thing.
techie thing, yeah, the
Yes.
techie thing, yeah. So we are launching a brand new Coaching Youth Hoops platform uh, with dynamic practice plans, lots of new content, lots of new drills are going to be added to that. You'll be able to change your practice plans. It will come preloaded with practice plans, so you can just, get whatever is in there, or you can make it, tweak it however you like. So if you go to that, I should say that launches in the fall. So get on that waiting list now. Anybody who's on that waiting list, we will be offering some special discounts when that
Yes.
platform launches and special
Yes.
content too. So you can find that at coachingyouthhoops.com/waitlist.
All right. There we go. All right. The pitches are over. Now we're going to head off to the podcast, Coach. So what are we talking about today?
So I had an interesting opportunity last night with my team, and it was actually really just on the fly kind of. I do it on a regular basis, but I didn't have it planned. And last night, but I was glad I did. I We huddled up. This is my 7th and 8th grade girls. we huddled up and I asked them, uh, what do you want to learn or dive deeper in that we really, we haven't had time to focus on, or something that's really of interest to you? And I always thought it, honestly, and I got to give these girls more credit. They're an absolutely amazing group of girls. If you're listening, I know a few of the parents do absolutely enjoy going to the practice. They started spitting off things. And I was just like, oh my gosh, wow, wow. Like, not just, oh, we want to shoot more, I want to shoot more threes. Was that on the list? Yeah, of course, right? But this is the one that caught me off guard that they wanted to learn more about. So I'm curious uh, how you teach this. And this is being more aware. How do you teach being court aware?
Okay, what do you mean by court aware? First of all,
Okay, so the
what is the
specific,
definition of that?
yes, and that's what I asked too. I said, "Well, what specifically tell me?" And they said, "Okay, we have a scenario for you. We run the blitz attack offense. You go to blitzattackoffense.com. Just yeah, slide that in there.
That's good.
Go to
Or the
blitzattackoffense.com. Yeah.
and
So
I'm gonna run the funnel down
yeah,
defense.com
that's right. Yeah, you
against
can
that.
get
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, you
Yes.
can actually go when you buy the blitz
You'll get a
funnel.
chance to get the funnel down.
Funnel down, yeah.
Okay.
So we do a down screen because it's based off of Zoom, it's Zoom continuity. You do a down screen. We have one particular girl. She sets a great down screen and then she opens up towards the ball. I'm seeing it from the sidelines. She's got to be open about 99% of the time. And the other girls are started to recognize it and started seeing it on the sidelines as well, and they get mad at themselves when they miss it. Okay, so in that particular scenario they were saying, well, coach, how do we train ourselves so we see her because she's open all the time and that's going to be an easy layup for us, right? So that was the example. There's
And you
other ones, but that was the
and
one.
you're talking about the person that has the ball being court aware or the
Yes,
person without the ball.
person with the ball, but I think that's
Okay.
more of their struggle is with the ball. They're doing the things and they're seeing things, but we're missing them because the girl is on to the next task that has the ball, right?
Yep. Yep. So I think the way that I allow in Caitlin Clark, we were just talking about her recently
Mhm.
in her $20
Yeah,
million shoe deal, um, is she is very court aware
yeah,
at all
great
given
passer.
times. Great passer, but she also is aware of not only when she has the ball, but where other
Hmm.
people are on the
Yeah.
offensive end. Very aware, like crazy aware, like almost like not normal aware. So the issue is, I think, with court awareness is perspective and what you see when you are looking right. It's like, are
Hmm.
you aware of the things that are happening? So we try to teach in our program that every time you catch the ball, you look at the rim, and you look at the rim you're trying to score at.
Mm.
That
Mm.
makes you
Mm.
more court aware, because
Hmm.
even in the full court, if you look at the rim that you want to, like, you're
Hmm.
not going to take a 74-foot shot, but if you
Right.
catch it and look at the rim, okay, and you every time you catch it and you look, you're going to see the forest rather than, you're going to see
Yeah,
everything.
right.
um
It's a good idea.
and
Yeah.
I think it's just an catch, look at the rim, catch, look at the rim. So we really, that is one way that we really work on making aware, because often they don't. Often they're looking at their friend, or they're looking at somebody's going
Correct.
to cut or
Yeah.
something. If you look at the rim, no matter where you are on the court, if you look at the rim, you'll see everything else. You'll see them cutting, you'll see them slipping, you'll see they're open, you'll see. um Now that's especially when you have the ball. It
Hmm.
works, and for the person with the ball, if they always look at the rim, they'll always see and be more court aware. um off ball's harder, um as far as reads and things like that, and we do some stuff with different coming off screen, down screens. What do you do? That's where, from the last
Yeah. I
podcast,
was
when we
gonna
are talking
say,
about
yeah.
constraints, that's where you got to
Right.
teach through constraints a little bit. a person with ball, I think the easiest way is to always catch and look, because you might shoot it, you might pass it, you might dribble it, but if you don't know what's in front of you, you can't make a decision.
Yeah, no, that's really that's a nice little trigger if you have the ball. Uh, and even, the one thing I said to them, because I'm like, okay, they're starting to connect the dots. They know they need to have better court awareness. And even in again, I'm going to talk about specifically the blitz, is the blitz that if as you move through the blitz and as you get older and more educated on the blitz, it's not a set offense. At the younger grades, yeah, absolutely. We just we teach the down screens coming off. But now, as they're getting older and having a year or 2 years with the blitz, it's really a dynamic offense where it changes, and it's really so hard to guard because you're making those reads, and you have to start making reads and learn how to make reads and looking for situations to. Again, we talked about this in the principles of play. What are we trying to do at the end of the day? I don't really care about the offense with a little ball and a big hoop. Okay, yeah, we have a set offense or an offense because it helps players know where their other teammates are on the court, right? So
Right.
I know where Steve is going to move in this action,
Right.
right? A little bit more predictable. But then if you start mixing in these reads and being court aware, wow, the game just opens up to you, I think.
It slows.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
slows.
that's a good
When
point. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like when Caitlin is playing, it's slow for her. She is
Hmm.
able to see things before other people can see things. So I
Well,
think the
and I think
game slows.
oh, sorry.
No,
It's a huge part of this is playing. We talked about constraints and constraint based on the last podcast. And if you haven't listened to that one, go back and listen to that. 5-on-0 offense, there's no reads you're going to make, right?
right,
There's no court awareness necessarily, or smaller, right? Court awareness in this context that we're using today is really when you have this craziness of 10 people on the half court, right? Or on the court, and having to react in real time. And the way you learn that and the way you learn court awareness is setting up those scenarios and playing more.
right, right. Yeah. And I don't remember where I was reading this too. It's like childhood play has disappeared.
Hmm.
Everything
Yeah.
is scheduled, everything is organized, everything is like,
Hmm.
I know I'm old, but we used to play in the street.
Right.
And
Yeah,
we lived on a
absolutely. Yeah.
corner, like an intersection of a corner. So we always had to jump out, jump back in, jump back. It's like, sure, it wasn't the safest thing in the world, but
We didn't care about safety back
yeah,
then.
seatbelt. You don't want to wear a seatbelt. What the heck?
Yeah. Well,
Seatbelts.
on that same line, and I don't know if you remember the tweet you sent me yesterday about that soccer
Yeah,
program,
I know.
uh, who just let the kids play. And then the number of athletes and professional athletes that came out of that program by just letting them play,
I know.
right?
And then developing
Oh,
them through letting them play.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know. I know.
yeah.
It's the reason this summer we're not going to any leagues. We're not going to any tournaments. We're not going to anything. We're just going to let them play because they're all playing enough. Let's play. You guys can come and
Mm,
help in the gym and you can play, or you can work on your stuff. But we don't need to play more games. Not
yeah,
structured games, unstructured games
yeah.
against.
Unstructured game. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I've been really adapting the European model to my philosophy and my program, which is more practices, fewer games, not the other way around.
Yep.
And it's not just, okay, guys, dribble the ball, right? Get a bunch of shots up. They're playing games in practice, right? But they have a little bit more, but they're constraint-based games, right? So they're getting better and their skill sets are getting better because of that.
Right. Not. Yeah. I agree. All right. Anything else with that,
No, that's
Coach?
it, Coach, on that.
All
And
right.
again, guys, if you have questions about how to how to manage and how to teach any of this in any subject that we talk about ever, just reach out to us, and You know, we might dive deeper into a few of these subject areas, and you know, get on our newsletter as well at coachingyouthhoops.com,
or go to the Facebook group too, and that's where we get a
or
lot
go
of
to the
our
Facebook groups.
questions. Yeah,
You know,
Coaching YouTube's Facebook group. All right, one more for the clinic, coach, because if
yeah. Hey,
I'm
coaches,
gonna
again,
get
we
in
want to.
trouble leaving town. We better like get enough people signed up here. I'm gonna get in trouble, you know.
Yeah, that's right. We want to come out by you and do a clinic. And hey, if you're where do we want to travel? Paris, Barcelona? No, just kidding. Anyway,
No, St. John's.
St. John. Okay.
Is anybody at St. Thomas?
Maybe even Hawaii. Um,
Yeah.
Encouraging you to sign up. Yeah, go sign up for we're
Coach
giving
will be going to
away a free
Hawaii by
coaching clinic.
himself. Coach will be going to Hawaii by himself because he's in
You wouldn't come
California.
with me?
That's a long flight.
Yeah, you gotta
A
come.
hard on a weekend for me. You could do it in a five,
Yeah,
six
I
hour
could.
flight. Yeah, it would probably be Coach, not me. But anyway.
Anyway, yeah, go to coachingyouthhoops.com/clinic. Enter your group in our giveaway. We're giving away a coaches clinic for you and all of your coaches. Again, coachingyouthhoops.com/clinic. And the other thing to keep in mind is this fall we are launching our brand new Coaching Youth Hoops practice planning system. So go check that out. Get on the waiting list that's going to launch this fall. Trust me, you want to be on that waiting list for the special discounts. Coachingyouthhoops.com/waitlist.
All right. Till next week, Coach.
Next week.